Not hungry this morning.
When are you going to contact my parents again?
I'm in no rush. Your dad's used to being in charge, doing good to feel powerless for a while.
He'll find me.
Not till I want him to.
You know you shouldn't underestimate him.
And you shouldn't imagine he'll be bringing the 7th Cavalry to rescue you. He's not quite the perfect soldier you've been told.
Meaning?
Work it out for yourself.
I'm sick of your riddles. If you've got a grudge against my father, why didn't you just spell it out?
Oh, I will. To him. This is between me and your father. You were just unlucky enough to get caught in the crossfire. That's what happens in war, you know. Sometimes innocent people have to die.
We can't just sit here and stare at the phone.
Well, if they really are watching the place, I don't see that we've got much choice. We can't do anything that's going to endanger Will.
I don't intend to, but that still gives us a little leeway. Look, trust me, Becky, I understand these situations. It's what I was trained for. Emma still needs to go to school.
Not today. Not with all this going on.
We have to carry on as normal so as not to arouse suspicions. That'll suit the kidnappers and us.
Well, I don't see how.
Well, if they are watching, all they'll see is me giving my daughter a lift to school. If I am being followed, I'll know. And if I am, I'll come straight back home.
And if not?
I'll bring back some shopping. Nothing suspicious about that. And it'll give me a few hours to see what I can turn up.
And what shall I do?
Stay by the phone. If they do call, tell them we're ready to follow any instructions or demands.
Bye.
I think you're going to have to take over arrangements for James's birthday party. Looks like I'm going to be busy with home farm business.
Are you planning a big do?
No, mainly family. Oh, here you go. I've made out a guest list.
Okay.
Fine, I'll call you back as soon as I've made the arrangements. Right away. Kim, we need to talk.
Okay, I'll make out the invitations.
Thanks, Sophie.
Okay.
Any word from Alex?
No, he hasn't returned my call yet this morning.
Then it's just as well I've got some good news. I think I found a buyer for the golf course.
Don't try and push me into anything. Alex will pay up.
I hope you understand how serious the situation is, Kim. That money's got to be paid back one way or another.
It will be.
It has to be. My reputation could be at stake as well as yours. At least if you start negotiations on the golf course, I can go back to the board and tell them you're taking steps to put things right. Ask for more time.
The only way I can do that is to stall him.
That won't last for long. Chris can smell blood and he's not going to let you off lightly.
I'll go and see Alex this afternoon. Sort it out.
Right.
About time too. You're supposed to be helping behind the counter so I can get the post office open.
Sorry, love. Yeah. Do you remember that working in Europe business trip?
No.
Yes, you do. You thought it was a really good idea. You know, expanding our horizons and learning to tackle new markets.
Vic, working out the change from a newspaper is a challenge to you. Try coping with that before you start taking on the Bundesbank.
Well, I'm sure we see some benefits. Anyway, I've got my ticket.
Where are you going?
Brussels.
Well, I hope they've given us plenty of notice. We'll need time to get someone to cover for us.
Well, it's not actually us. You know, there's only one ticket, and it's tomorrow.
What?
Well, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, Viv. You can manage. Come on, be reasonable.
This is me being reasonable. And when I finish, you are liable to end up in hospital.
It's just for a few days.
You are not leaving me to run this place on my own again. If you want to go to some Euro bash, then you find someone to work behind this counter. Otherwise, forget it.
Jack, I really think we need to talk.
Not now, Sarah. Got to be getting up to the top field when Ned gets back. And Rachel should be here by now.
But she isn't coming.
What?
Well, she wanted the morning off to help Kathy with the move.
Well, even more reason not to go bothering me about nothing when we're so short-handed.
What's the problem?
Sarah, giving Rachel the morning off when we're so busy.
We'll manage. We ain't got that much to do.
No time to do anything if we stand around here gossiping all day.
Can we talk, Chris?
Of course. There's quite a lot for us board members to be talking about, really.
I meant in private.
Kelly, pop up to the holiday village. Check all the outstanding repairs have been carried out, will you?
I could get them on the phone.
I think the personal touch would be better.
And what about the filing?
It can wait. discreet enough for you?
It is a rather delicate situation.
Yes, I suppose it is. If the employees found out that your fiancée had her sticky fingers on their tax account, well, they might start worrying she'll be at their wage packets next.
You know, this isn't like that. It was just a misunderstanding. Kim's going to see Alex this afternoon to get things set right.
Well, let's hope he's got plenty of pennies in his piggy bank then.
If it is a problem, Kim's found a buyer for the golf course. That's a deal that will make this look like peanuts, and I've no doubt the money will be there.
Could take a while for contracts to be completed on something like that, and we did agree that this would be sorted by close of business today.
And look, no one wants to do anything to damage Home Farm. I'm sure we can be reasonable about this, Chris.
That depends. What's in it for me?
Oh, Mandy, do you think this tie goes with this jacket?
You taking Jo out for lunch then?
Well, yes, she's got the day off, so we thought we'd take advantage of it.
No, tie's fine. I'm sure she'll think you look really dashing.
Hey, you planning on taking her away for a few days?
No, that came from the brewery. Those beer festivals, they tend to get terribly rowdy. It's more your sort of thing than ours.
Well, I could do with a break, and Amsterdam sounds lively.
Mandy, this aftershave, not too strong, is it?
Oh, relax. You're every inch the handsome hero.
Well, I booked in at a splendid restaurant. Egon Rene has enthused about the pate.
So you'll be able to cover for me?
What?
We'll have a book this break.
Oh, I'm sure we'll work something out.
Hi. Run out of boxes for the big move. Any spare?
You're out of luck. The binman took them this morning.
Oh, no.
Got some black bags, though. Yeah. Have this roll on the house.
That's unusually generous of you, Victor.
Well, us local businesses must stick together, help each other out. You and Dee, you don't work till the evenings, do you?
So?
Well, I got the chance of this really exciting and informative business trip, but I can't leave Viv short-handed now, can I?
Well, then phone the job centre.
It's too mean.
Well, I just thought that you or Dee might enjoy seeing a different angle on the local retail trade.
I think I prefer to pay for my own bags. Thank you.
We'll be finished before Alice gets home from school at this rate.
Yeah, I hope so. Oh, she's going to love it at the cottage. I've never felt very comfortable about bringing up a child above a wine bar.
And you've got to put the children's happiness first, haven't you?
You're thinking about Jack again, aren't you?
And little Victoria, and Robert. I feel so guilty.
But if you left them, could you live with it?
Hiya. Betty said it'd be all right if I came straight up.
Sarah, what a nice surprise.
I can't stay long, but I thought I'd give you a bit of a hand with the move.
Oh, it's kind of you.
I could also use some advice.
What about?
Men, what else? Jack is still in a really foul mood. He keeps snapping at me. I've tried to find out what's wrong, but he keeps avoiding the subject.
Oh, you know what farmers are like. Always cross about the weather or crop prices.
No, I think it's a bit more serious than that. Ned's promised to deliver him home at lunchtime, and I'm going to make sure we talk about it, whether Jack likes it or not. I'm determined to get to the bottom of this.
Any news?
No, I've waited by the phone all morning. The only call was somebody trying to sell double glazing. Did you make any progress?
I don't think I was followed.
So why didn't you phone your unit? Or the police?
Because I don't know who we're dealing with. I don't know who I can trust. These people seem to know an awful lot about me. Supposing one of the units involved. If I ring in, I could be signing Will's death warrant.
So what can we do?
Same as they're doing to us. Try and get inside their heads. I was thinking how I'd plan this operation if I'd been given the mission.
Well, I hope your work never involved abducting 16-year-olds.
I'm just trying to work out their strategy.
Look, this is our son we're talking about, not some military exercise.
Yes, and I'm trying to get him back. You're at the most vulnerable in a hostage situation when you're on the move. My guess is they haven't taken him far. Probably within this area.
I warned you about getting involved with Oakle and the stud. I knew it was trouble.
Yeah, and I've told you I'm quite capable of making my own business decisions.
Well, let's hope you still feel the same way after Chris is finished. He seems ready to take you to the cleaners.
Chris is all talk. I've always managed to handle him before.
Maybe you're more careful in your choice of business partners then.
Alex will pay up.
He'd better. Call me when you've seen him.
Come sit down. I thought you might like a hot lunch for a change. You've been working so hard.
Thanks.
It's hot pot. One of your favourites. I popped in to see how Rachel and Kathy were getting on with the move. It's nearly finished. I told Rachel she needn't come in till after lunch. I wanted us to have a chance to talk.
What about?
Us, Jack. I don't know what's gone wrong, but you hardly speak to me these days, and when you do, it's only to snap.
Nonsense. It's just your imagination.
No, Jack. I know you. I've lived with you for long enough. I know when there's something wrong. Is it something I've done?
I've told you. There's nothing wrong.
Whatever it is, I can't make it better unless you tell me. What do you want me to do?
Just leave me alone.
Please, Jack, I can't bear to see you like this.
Well, that's easily solved. Just get back out to work.
Jack, how could you?
Easy. At least this way I don't have to listen to you nagging.
Sarah, what on earth's happened?
It's Jack. He keeps shouting at me about nagging him. It's not true, Rachel. I was only trying to find out what was wrong. I just don't understand the way he's behaving. He threw his meal in the bin. Do you know why he's so angry with me?
Sarah, you mustn't search for reasons to blame yourself. It might not be your fault. It could be Jack's.
I still need to know why. I can't go on like this much more.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your lunch.
Actually, it's breakfast. I had a bit of a heavy night.
I guess that's why you haven't returned my calls.
Sorry. Was it important?
I was wondering if you'd got my money.
I meant to get it sorted out this morning, but it's never a good idea to talk to your bank manager when you've got a hangover.
You've put me in a very difficult position.
I know. I've always been hopeless with money.
It's a shame you didn't think about that when you were trying to get into a partnership.
You seemed as keen as me at the time.
I still expect people to settle their debts on time.
And of course I will. I hope this isn't going to stop us being friends.
Not at all. I'm having a birthday party for James at Home Farm tomorrow. I'd be really pleased if you and Tara came.
We'd be delighted. What sort of present should we bring the little chap?
A cheque for his mother would do nicely. I mean it, Alex. No more excuses. I want my money.
Good lunch? Yes, wonderful. We're going again tomorrow.
You're going to have to rethink that, Alan. Well, Terry's off, isn't he? So you're going to need to be behind the bar.
Rather short notice, isn't it?
It was your idea. Amsterdam Beer Fest. You said I could go, so I booked it straight away.
So I'll have to put Jo off then.
No. Why don't you bring her here? The best way for a couple to really get to know each other is to work side by side.
Yes, I'll see what she thinks then.
You think you're really clever, don't you? Now you've landed me with playing gooseberry.
All's fair. At least it cleans me holiday.
I guess it's better that you take your anger out on that fence post rather than Sarah.
Don't know what you're talking about. Just needs fixing, that's all.
Jack, I've just found her crying. I don't know what you hope to achieve by behaving like this. Are you hoping that she'll walk out on you if you treat her badly enough? That is just the coward's way out. You're not man enough to end it yourself, so you're waiting for her to end it for you.
I just lost my temper.
That's not fair on Sarah. It's not fair on the children, and it's not fair on me. You said you'd made your decision. It's about time you did something about it.
It's not that easy.
It's not easy for any of us, Jack. And I'm not going to stand by and watch you treat Sarah like this. She just doesn't deserve it.
I know.
You getting back to work then, or what?
Hello, love. You're home early.
There's something top secret going on at home farm. Chris kept finding errands to get me out of the office. In the end, it was easier to send me home.
Oh, I wonder what's up.
Who cares? If it gets me off work, I'm grateful.
Means you can give me a hand in the shop then.
Oh, hard luck. I'm fully booked.
Doing what?
I've got to wash my hair, call a few friends and get ready to go out tonight.
Plenty of time for all that after you've put in a couple of hours behind the counter.
Well, don't look at me. I'll finish work for the day.
Looks like you'll have to ask somebody else, Victor.
Are you saying this is my fault?
You said it might be because of your work.
I thought we were supposed to be protected from all that. Nobody knows us here. We even had to change our name. How could they have traced us?
There were pictures in the paper when Jerry was found.
So now it's my fault. I was the one who led them to us.
We don't know that. No one's blaming you, Em.
It's like a nightmare. Why don't they phone?
So, are you going to call a full board meeting now?
Might be better to keep it dangling just a bit longer.
We all agreed the money had to be there by close of business.
And she failed, which means she's at her weakest ever. Just the time to settle a few scores.
I thought this was about making sure the company was run properly, not fighting the same old battles.
You've still got a lot to learn about business, Zoe.
Oh, I don't think so. I saw it all with Dad and Kim. If that's all this means to you, then you're on your own.
Yeah, it's gone really well.
All settled in.
Eric, not finished yet?
Does it look like it?
Better be clear before I open the tea rooms in the morning.
At least your move went smoothly.
Yeah, apart from Sarah nearly catching us spilling the beans about her marriage.
It got worse. When I got back, Sarah was crying. Jack had been shouting at her. I felt terrible, Kathy. Especially when she asked me whether I knew what was wrong.
Don't you think it'd be kinder to tell her in the long run?
No. It's got to come from Jack. If he decides to try again with her, then I'd rather she never knew. Otherwise, I'll lose her friendship and Jack.
Look, I'm sorry I was ratty. Rachel gave me a right telling off for upsetting you. She's very fond of you, you know.
Yeah. I think she's the best friend I've got.
Anyway, it won't happen again. Am I forgiven?
Yeah, of course. I didn't mean to nag. I was just worried about the way things are going between us.
Yeah, I was just tired and irritable. It happens to us all.
Jack, you would say if there was something really wrong, wouldn't you?
Sorry to call round unannounced, but I got a little favour to ask. Look, I've got to go away on urgent business, and we need someone to help out in the shop for a few hours.
I've got a farm to run.
Yeah, I was thinking more of Sarah.
Me? Work alongside Viv after all the trouble she caused for Andy?
Don't you think it's time to let bygones be bygones? You know, bury the hatchet, make a fresh start?
It's asking an awful lot.
Well, just say you'll think about it then.
OK, but I'm not promising anything.
Oh, great, yeah. I'll tell Viv. She'll be chuffed. Thanks.
He's got a cheek. Jack, I thought we were going to have that talk.
Oh, well, you know what it's like when I've just finished work. I need a bath. We'll talk some other time.
You really ought to eat something, you know. Got to keep your strength up.
I'm not hungry.
Expecting Daddy to come and rescue you and take you home for a slap-up tea.
He won't let you get away with this.
He's a hero, isn't he? And heroes never give up.
I don't care what you think. I'm proud of him and what he's done.
Because you don't really know anything about it. It's not like the movies, you know.
Well, maybe you better tell me what it is like.
Hell. It eats away inside of you till the only thing that seems important is survival. And even heroes forget their friends in the rush to save their own skins.
Are you saying that's what my father did?
That's between me and him. And it could go on for a long time. So I'd be grateful if you ate something. I don't want you to starve to death.
I think I bought you some more time.
I doubt it.
I've got to go to Hong Kong on urgent business.
Hong Kong?
I'm going tonight.
Leaving me in the lurch?
On the contrary, I think it's rather good timing. If Chris called a board meeting, I'd have to vote against you. Or couldn't be seen to be condoning malpractice.
And if you're not here, he doesn't have enough votes.
Which gives you more time to set things right. Unless Chris goes to the authorities and tries to bring Home Farm down.
That depends on whether he hates me more than he loves money.
Well, I wouldn't like to take bets on it. I'll push ahead with the golf course. You do everything you can to stall him, OK?
Well, I do hope I'm not interrupting anything. I need to talk to Kim in private.
No problem. I was just going. Bye, darling.
Have a good trip.
Parting is such sweet sorrow.
What do you want?
You were told to have the money by close of day.
I'm working on it.
Not good enough.
What do you want?
Don't pretend you don't know, Kim. I've been looking forward to this moment for a very long time, and I intend to enjoy every minute of it.
It's probably the school. Or another double glazing salesman.
Johnny Cairns.
Missing your little boy?
You know we are. Just tell us what we've got to do.
Exactly what you're told. And if you're very good, you might just see him tomorrow.
We'll need time to get the money. How much do you want?
30 pieces of silver might seem appropriate. But I don't want money, just justice.
Tell me what all this is about. Tell me who you're working for.
It's up to you to find the answers. Meet me by the Connaughton Bridge at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. You will go there alone. You will not discuss this with anyone. If there is any sign of the police or the security forces, you will never see your son again.
You've blown it, Kim. And we both know it. The only question now is whether you decide to crawl away under a stone and lick your wounds, or I decide to be reasonable about it.
You better tell me what you mean by reasonable.
I have no intention of being the office junior anymore. My father built up this company, and you stole it from me.
Well, ruining it won't get it back.
I'm willing to share power. As long as you pay back the $350,000 you swindled out of me on the stables deal, in full, with interest.
You can't prove I ever had that money.
But I can prove you're not fit to run a company. Or the revenue will, once they dig deeper. It's up to you, Kim. We can work together in harmony, or we can both go down on a sinking ship. It's entirely up to you.